Today, we face one of the defining challenges of our democracy. Every generation has called to protect and strengthen our democracy. Now it's our turn.
Thank you for giving me this time to share my experience with voting and what it means to me.
I've joined you all today to uplift the needs of my campus and of my community, as well as my dreams for the future of the state.
On June 8th, I attended my first Board of Elections meeting in Whiteville, North Carolina.
I remember sitting in my civics class hearing my favorite teacher of all time explaining to us why voting matters and the importance it carries. I hung on to every word she said because I was excited to vote for the first time.
Attending the nation's largest HBCU, casting my first vote on my campus connected me to a legacy far greater than myself.
The room was packed with members of the community, most of whom were rallying against the removal of their early voting sites in Columbus County.
And I know that hundreds of students and hundreds of potential voters are going to be disenfranchised by this.
That's why the removal of the A&T, UNCG, and High Point early voting site was so disappointing. For thousands of students, that site wasn't simply convenient. It was a pathway to participation.
I myself have participated in advocacy efforts on my campus here in Raleigh and in Washington, D.C. to make it clear that we deserve better.
More than half of the votes in this state are cast during early voting, and every single one of them must be protected.
When voting is accessible, when the rules and deadlines are clear and consistent, and when young people feel that their voices are valued, voting far exceeds being a chore and turns into a proud expression of what it means to be a citizen of North Carolina.
I stand before you today not just as a student, but as a young voter whose voice was empowered because voting was made accessible.
We need legislation that ensures that everyone in the voting process is protected, from rural and minority communities to the election officials working tirelessly in the centers.
To my lawmakers, as you consider policies that impact our state, I urge you to remember both the feelings of my rural classmates and the energy of my campus community.
I ask you today to remember that behind every voting site, every early voting day, and every policy decision, there is a person. A first-time voter, a student rushing to vote between classes, a young person working an evening shift. I hope the students who come after me will have the same opportunity that I had, to walk across their campus, cast their vote, and leave behind that their vote matters. And that participation matters. And I would hope that the state believes that they matter too.
And together, we can all make everyone feel empowered in their actions.
We are reminding our state that democracy is strongest when everyone has the opportunity to participate. Let's continue building a North Carolina where every voice is heard, every community is valued, and every eligible voter has the opportunity to participate in shaping our democracy.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Now let's go get our victory, y'all.